Hello friends, you are again with Richie Jan. Welcome to my channel Learn German the Easy Way. Here I am again with you with a new video which is based on position verbs in German language. On the screen you can see few words: stehlen, legen, liegen. These are the few examples of position verbs in German. I hope this video will be helpful for you to understand what are position verbs. Let's go ahead. Now, before going further, let's first understand what are position verbs. In German, we call them Positionsverben. In very simple words, I have given here explanation in English. As the name suggests, these are the action words or verbs which help us to understand whether the object is at a position or it is being moved from one point to another or from one position to another. So that is how we can understand these verbs are position verbs. Positionsverben. It is being identified by these verbs whether the case is accusative or dative. The question words help us to understand the cases. These question words are wo, which means in English where, wohin, to where. So the first question word is related to the position, the location of certain object. And the second word wohin, which is related to the direction, the movement. Now, Positionsverben. Let's see few examples of these verbs. Wo, the question word here will be wo, which means where, and it is related to the location of the object. The first verb here is stehen, which means to stand. Liegen, to lie or to be located. Next verb is hängen, to hang. Sitzen, to be sitting. Stecken, to be hiding. So these are few common verbs which are Positionsverben. Let's see few examples to understand how to use these positional verbs in a sentence. Let's take this example. The lamp is near the sofa. You can understand by this sentence itself, we are giving the position or the location of lamp. That is how we will translate it. Die Lampe steht neben dem Sofa. Die Lampe steht neben dem Sofa. Let's go ahead. Let's take another example. The magazine lies on the table. Die Zeitschrift liegt auf dem Tisch. Die Zeitschrift liegt auf dem Tisch. You can see here both the verbs we have used in these two different examples. In the first one, the verb is stehen, and in the second one, the verb is liegen. Both are positional verbs, and they are giving the location of an object. And after the preposition, we have used the article in dative. I'm just giving extra information so that you won't get yourself confused. So these neben and auf, whenever there is a position, still position of an object, then we need to use dative article. So here neben and auf both are dative preposition. Let's go ahead. Let's take few more examples. The clock is hanging on the wall. Again, we are giving the position of the clock. That is how we will translate it. Die Uhr hängt an der Wand. Here you can again see an is a preposition, dative preposition here. That is why we have used der Wand. The article is dative. Die Uhr hängt an der Wand. Let's take one more example. He is sitting on the red chair. Sitzt auf dem roten Stuhl. Sitzt auf dem roten Stuhl. Again, in these two examples also we are giving the position of the Uhr, that is the clock, and in the second one we are giving the position of him. That is how we will use these two verbs. These are positional verbs. Again, that is why after the preposition we have used dative article. And this roten, that is the adjective, and because it is after the dative article, that is why it is the ending is en, roten. You will get further information about these adjectives in my coming videos. Let's go ahead. Let's see the next example. The phone is in my handbag. That is how we will translate it. Das Handy steckt in meiner Handtasche. Das Handy steckt in meiner Handtasche. Here the verb is stecken. This verb is very important and sometimes it is also confusing. You can also use the verb sein here. So the meaning, there is no change in the meaning. Das Handy steckt oder das Handy ist in meiner Handtasche. Let's see one more example. My key is in my pocket. Mein Schlüssel steckt in meiner Tasche. Mein Schlüssel steckt in meiner Tasche. Which means we use this verb stecken whenever we have something or inside something, like the keys. The key is inside the bag. The phone is inside the bag. That is the situation when we use the verb stecken. You can also use sein verb in both these examples. Mein Schlüssel ist in meiner Tasche. That is also correct. Let's go ahead. Now, the next list of positional verbs is for wohin. The question here is wohin, which is accusative, which means to where in English, and it gives a direction or it shows the movement. Let's see the verbs which are under this category. The first verb here is stellen, to place vertically. Very important to understand the difference. Stellen, when you are placing something vertically, like a bird or a bottle or something like that, which are in standing position. The second verb here is Liegen, which means also to place but horizontally, like sofa, horizontally we place, or book, magazine, or a phone, like that. So it's very important to understand the difference between these two verbs. Stellen und legen both have the same meaning, to place, but one is used for vertically placing the object, and the second one is used to place the object horizontally. Let's see the next verb. Next verb is hängen again, but here it means to hang, like somebody is doing the action. It does not mean something is hanging on the wall. That is position, but here it is movement. Next verb is setzen, which is always combined with sich, which means to sit down or to settle down. Next verb is stecken again, which means to stick or to insert or to put sometimes. Okay. So let's see few examples to understand how to use these verbs. Now, Beispiele, examples. This is our first example. Julia puts her bike in front of the house. Very simple. That is how we will translate it. Julia stellt ihr Fahrrad vor das Haus. Now here you can see we do have a preposition here for, which can be dative, which can be accusative. But here we have used it as accusative. Why? Because there is a movement. We are doing some action. The meaning is Julia puts her bike, like the action is happening. That is why here it is accusative. Das, the article is accusative for das Haus. The verb is stehlen. Let's see one more example. I keep the phone on the table. I keep the phone on the table. That is how we will translate it. Ich lege das Handy auf den Tisch. Ich lege das Handy auf den Tisch. Here the verb is legen, to keep or to put or to place. So we are doing that action. That is why it's accusative, and that is why after the preposition we have used accusative article den. I hope this is very clear to you. Stehen und Liegen. Stehen, that is vertically, to keep something vertically, and Liegen, to keep something horizontally. Let's go ahead. Now, let's have a few more examples. He hangs the clock on the wall. That is how we will translate it. Hängt die Uhr an die Wand. Hängt die Uhr an die Wand. Very simple to understand. As it's accusative, that is why we have die Wand, the article. Let's see one more example. Please have a seat. Bitte setzen Sie sich. It's kind of an imperative sentence. Please have a seat, or please sit down, like that. We can take the meanings. And in German, we will translate it like this. Bitte setzen Sie sich. This verb setzen is a reflexive verb here. Let's go ahead. Here you can see these two verbs we have used. Hängen und setzen. Let's see few more examples. I sit myself on my bed. Ich setze mich auf mein Bett. I have given two examples for this verb so that you don't get yourself confused and you get a clear picture how to use this verb. Ich setze mich auf mein Bett. Clear? Let's go ahead. She puts her dress in the closet. Sie steckt ihr Kleid in den Schrank. Sie steckt ihr Kleid in den Schrank. You can see here, stecken we have used. Ihr Kleid in den Schrank. Here again, den is accusative article, which is after the preposition in. Here, this in preposition is accusative. Why? Because there is an action going on. Movement is there in the action. Thank you very much for watching my video till end. Danke. I hope the concept of position verbs is clear to you now. And I want you guys to give an example using position verb in the comment section. And one more thing, if you have not subscribed my channel yet, please do consider to subscribe it. And don't forget to ring the bell icon. Do share it with your friends.